Hello and welcome to Shelf Centered. This is part two, and editing Bryce here. Part two of the bookshelf tour. So we'll just jump into it. We'll see what's next. Who knows? I don't know. Here's another shelf of mostly unread, though there are a number that I have read. I'll try to point those out. This is one I had on my list for way too long, and Alan from the Library of Alexandria has been a huge proponent of lately, and I need to read it. I'm dying to read it now. Another Daniel Abraham, who's one half of James S.A. Corey for the Expanse series. These books just feel so good in your hand. Orbit does a great job at that. There is an advanced reading copy for Sorcerer to the Crown. Advanced reading copy of Shadows of Self. These ones I just bought this year going, man, I need to finish that series because it's so good. Books of the South. So I have, that was one that I kind of cheated. I realized that one, I have not read all three of those. I've only read the first one. I don't know how that, man, what a cheater. Anyway, got the first volumes. I got, of the Wildcard series. Could not resist. They're just so cool. And found them at the library. Really want to read them. They're just so cool. At the library. Found them at a library sale, is what I'm trying to say. And there's actually the first one that I purchased ages ago, and still have. But here is my Michael Moorcock. I've actually read Elric of Melnibona, which I have 2 copies here, and Sailor on the Sea of Fate. So I've at least read a couple of those. My kids like to do, this is a treasure hunt. So they like to do treasure hunts, and so I'll find random pieces of paper that direct me other places. But anyway, lots of the Eternal Champion. Got some, I think it's Quorum up here. Yeah, Knight of Swords, of the Swords. Those are fun. So those are cool. I keep picking them up whenever I can find them. There's some in some really bad shape, but I keep picking them up. I can't help myself. All right. Let's see. The Death's Head series, that one got a lot of hits on my blog, and so I was really interested because people were very interested in it. We got some more Douglas Adams that I need to finish. Some more Dune I need to finish. Some more Forgotten Realms. I wanted to read The Crystal Shard, I believe is the first one I have up by my bedside table. Tough Voyaging's one that made my list. I want to read that one. Let's see, some more Terry Pratchett made it in. More Matthew Woodring Stover that I need to read, that I keep doing the thing where if it's a series I love, then I take forever to finish it because for some reason I don't understand the concept of rereading. This is a cool, really gross looking advanced reading copy. I've read technically, so maybe this counts for, since I've read half of these, and I need to read the rest, the other half. The Book of Amber, and got some more. Here's another advanced reading copy. That's a thick boy. Here we go. Look at that, some fancying this place up. That is my wife. I do not fancy things up. And so more Brian McClellan. That's on my list. Needs to get up there quicker because I really like the Power to Mage series. Gene Wolfe. This is one I don't know how I consider myself a sci-fi fantasy fan without having read the Book of the New Sun, but I do have up by my bedside the first 2 in that. Here's the one I need to finish of the Acacia trilogy. Oh man, these are great. Look at these. They're just, I think Sword and Sorcery just look great. All right, here's one. If you haven't read Sand Kings by George R. R. Martin, do yourself a favor and do it. It's not super long. One of the best just sci-fi horror ever. Let's see. This bunch of stuff been on my list for ages. Tom Lloyd, gosh, need to read that. We need to read some more K.V. Johansson. Really like Black Dog. That's a great one. KJ Parker, that's like, if you want a record for owning the most books that you haven't read, it's probably KJ Parker for me. I own so many and I haven't read them. And I mean, the first line of this is so brilliant. I just love it. If we can focus. The quickest way to a man's heart, said the instructor, is proverbially through his stomach. But if you want to get into his brain, I recommend the eye socket. Oh man, how do you not want to keep reading? Anyway, some more KV Johansson for some reason is on the backside here, not with the other. That's what I said. I will drive some people crazy with this. All right, some more R.A. Salvatore, the Cleric Quintet, some Gears of War. Karen Travis, I actually read some of her, or one of hers, and it was really good. And so I got some more, and then it sat here. More Steven Erikson, Willful Child, his like Star Trek spoof. I think I tried it and I struggled. I'm gonna try it again. I just don't think I was getting it, and I'll be honest, I'm not like the biggest Star Trek fan, so I only like peripherally know some Star Trek references, and so that might be my biggest problem with that one. And anyway, bunch of good stuff here. Some Christopher Priest, John Connolly, Lord Dunsany, Richard Adams I need to read some more of. Trader's Blade, I've heard great things about that. Some Jack Vance, more Ian M. Banks. I was reading some of that last year and it was really good. Some Orson Scott Card, The Iron Dragon's Daughter, I really have been dying to read and I just have not gotten to. Pamela Freeman's trilogy here is supposed to be really good, and that's why I have them, and they are still sitting here though. Then my Philip K. Dick collection here, I need to get some more, but I have a lot of those on like ebook. A Stephen King collection here. And this is just maybe about half, and I've got another shelf upstairs that I just have the rest on, that I think are my more kind of in line to read sooner. And for some reason there's a Michael Moorcock, Rituals of Infinity, in there. Found a bunch of fantasy and science fiction at a library sale, and there's just some cool stuff in there, short stories and whatnot. I need to grab some more of those because those are just fun to have. Then my Kurt Vonnegut tiny Kindle collection that for some reason I think I have a lot of ebooks of those. And The Golden Key is one I've been meaning to read for ages, my gosh. Here is my paltry Dresden Files collection. I got to a point, and I think this kind of shows, where I only went to audiobook because James Marsters is brilliant and the best narrator ever, at least for Harry Dresden. I love him. So I pretty much just went fully to that. And that's why I have a little, I started at the library, so those are the first three were just library borrows, and then started buying them, and then library again, and then audiobook pretty much predominantly, really after book 5. Deadbeat's just one of my favorites, so I had to have that one. All right, I Am Legend, that's a classic, that's also read. So this is my shelf of, I've actually read most of these, they just didn't fit on the fully read shelf. Shadow and Summer, those ones. The Long Price Quartet is very underrated, and I like to see it's been getting some more play lately. It's really good. Just it's fantasy that really takes things to one of the degrees that I love about fantasy, and made me realize, okay, this is why I like it, because it really does challenge morality, just choices people make, and just having effects on large swaths of people is really amazing. Then we've got the Magician. The shelf, that's why it's not here. I thought I'd lend it out. And so I have read up through Darkness at Sethanon. These two I should read. I heard they're pretty good. That definitely need to read when it comes to Janie Wirtz and Feist. These Daughter of the Empire, Servant of the Empire, Mistress of the Empire. Wow, I'm bad at videotaping, aren't I? When I'm not paying attention. All right, then we've got the Weiss and Hickman Deathgate Cycle. 5 of them, and I've got the first one again upstairs because any day now I will start it, and it's only been years since I've been saying that. We got a short story collection from Janie Wirtz. The Michelle West, that's just been a series. It's so big and daunting, I just haven't really understood where to start. But I think I just need to start at the beginning and see where it goes. And then we got some Witcher. Witcher is one, I didn't love The Last Wish. It's just a collection of stories, and I needed a really good story to kind of be more cohesive. And so that's why I'm going to try Blood of Elves soon enough. And then Throne of the Crescent Moon. So that is it for... Here we have my normal bookshelf that most people see on a regular basis. It's used quite a bit, but these are kind of the standard ones that stay here. These over here are kind of depending on what I'm currently reading. So those are some that I just like to have here and ready. It's a bit of a spoiler for a soon-to-be book haul, but we are working our way through the Stormlight Archive. Clearly, I still need to get one of those, Rhythm of War, and so that's kind of for that shelf. Some of the series I'm working on, so I can grab and talk about while I'm in the office. And then here is one. This one pretty much doesn't change either. Anyway, a lot of just eclectic stuff that I brought in. So I'll trust that you can read that, but they're kind of all over the place, from Melanie Ron to George R. R. Martin. There's my second copy of Dream Songs, Volume 1, or Volume 2, and I still don't have Volume 1, of course. And anyway, some law garbage on the bottom. There we go. All right, how did you like the tour? Was it everything you ever imagined it would be? So, I don't know. I like a good bookshelf tour. I like getting into people's lives, what they're like and what they've bought, what they couldn't help themselves from buying. And so hopefully you enjoyed it. Love to see your bookshelves too, honestly, not just... Daniel Green doesn't have a monopoly on looking at bookshelves. Even if he's being mean about it. No, he's not. He's pretty nice. But anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for checking out my shelves. And I hope this wasn't too ridiculous. All right. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. Appreciate it. And we'll see you later. Bye.